Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing tonight? I'm doing all right. Just trying to get a few things taken care of real quick. Um, what is going on here? So, as it says in the captions, I'll be cleaning a Smith and Wesson 40. Hope you guys enjoy the video. We talk about random things. If there's anything you feel like talking about, just let me know. Go ahead and send me a message, and I'm pretty sure I'll. Let's see. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I'm going to get into it. I'm just going to smoke real quick too. Probably wondering why I'm wearing the same shirt. So this is my lucky shirt. I like these shirts. I like the way it feels. Very soft, warm, and I wash it every day. I hand wash it every day. It's the only way I can get the fabric this thin. But so when I'm done doing this, we'll get into cleaning. Sorry about my appearance. I haven't been able to get to a barber lately. I'm working a lot. Hope you guys are having a good night. Get this done real quick. Are you kidding? Let me turn my music up a little bit, guys. Just bear with me here. I'm sure you guys are probably not interested in this kind of music, but it's calming, relaxing, I guess. Good for, late night or, right before you're about to go to bed. I had a couple of my buddies say, get on here and check this channel out, so we'll see what happens. Getting uploaded on here. Sorry about my voice. It's about it's 11 o'clock here, so I'm sure you can imagine how tired I am. Any blue collar workers out there, friends of mine, that's for sure. If you're a blue collar worker, I love you to death. I wish you the best. I know you're dying. I'm tired as shit right now. The hell? Huh? Oh, it's fucking flies. Excuse me for 1 second. I gotta go close the door real quick. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Take a little That's okay. Sometimes these things are pain in the ass. Let me tell you what. Pop out. There we go. Got that one done. The spring. Here's the actual barrel. Sorry about the lighting. It's not always that great. Let's see if we can change that up a little bit. It should be a little bit better. See a little bit better. Maybe. Alright, that looks a little bit better, don't it? Get this stuff taken care of. I'd like to use old cloths too, by the way. Old cloths or anything that's going to be useful for a cloth-like kind of deal. So this pretty good here. Seems we don't have a lot of people watching. Oh. Hope you all are. All right. Sorry about that. Let's get to it. This one's quite dirty. Been sitting a little while though. I haven't really had a chance to clean any of the guns. Especially after the weekend we just went shooting. I had a blast out there. We took some friends of mine and went out there. And so out there at the shooting, there was a bunch of crap out there you could shoot at. A whole bunch of crap. It's kind of funny. It was, we went out there and we just shot the crap out of everything. My 6-year-old son. It was awesome watching him shoot. The little boy can load and cock and aim and shoot. Pretty good, actually. I mean, so we let him shoot one of the handguns one time. He's still a little young for that. Let's just say I was helping him, and well, the gun bit me. It's not a very fun experience for me. It actually kind of hurt a lot. This part of my hand was all swollen for, I want to say, like a week. And it looked like a big old chunk I've taken out of my hand. Not very awesome. God, there's a bunch of crud in this one. But again, I didn't get around to cleaning these until just recently. So, yeah, they're not going to be all that pretty. So, if you are watching my video and you've checked out my shorts or anything, I'm still kind of new to this. So, my first short at the gym was sitting there talking to you guys on the gym, and I went to replay it, to edit it, and all that stuff. I'm sitting there watching it for a few seconds, and when I start talking on the screen, anyways, there ain't no words coming out. Boy, did I feel smart. Like, what the hell? And it's because I have my music playing, obviously. So I gotta go through that and figure out how to change that out to where you guys can hear me talk with my music going. Because I can do it on the laptop, I just can't do it on my phone for some reason. It's a little weird. It's kind of the same thing with these lives. I can't, for some reason, do a live on my cell phone. Well, no, there is a reason. I'm spacing it right now. I can't think. It's any parents? Any parents out there? Give me a shout. I'm a dad. Found out when was it? I think it was last week. I think maybe. One of these weeks. It was either this current week or no, it had to be last week. So last week, my son, for some reason, decided to get a little rough with other kids in the classes. Strange. I don't understand why, but it did. Um, you know, thought that'd be kind of interesting for you guys to hear. He's a really sweet kid most of the time. 90% of the time, I should say. 99% of the time, he's a bit of a sweetheart. But I don't know, maybe the kid did something to him that pissed him off, or I don't know what the issue was, but he was he was a bit of a butt that day for some reason. I don't know why, but he was. Jesus Christ, I'm about to get damn fast water. The weather's been getting real nice up here in the White Mountains, so we've been leaving the door open, and because of that, now we got fucking flies. So, sorry, I'm going through my crap real quick because it's trying to tell me let's not do that. Again, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Let's do this. We'll do that one. Bam. Well, hopefully I can see shit now. Alright. Well, hopefully I get some viewers because this is kind of boring sitting here doing this. I'm talking to myself, and I mean, it's not like I didn't have to do it anyways. It's just it'd be nice to have some company. I invite all these people, and here they are. Well, they're probably busy. They got stuff to do, and well, it's 11:15. Most of them are probably sleeping, so I'm actually seeking all you late nights, freaking non-sleepers, and the people that scroll through Facebook or YouTube Shorts or whatever, hoping you'll hit my page somewhere in there, and maybe take an interest in it. Again, I'm new to this stuff, so it'd be nice to get some subscribers and whatnot. Anybody out there with some ADHD kids? Any advice, parenting advice? Little tips, tricks, something to help both me and him. There's a lot of times me and that boy don't really see eye to eye. Love him to death. everything we need. Just like any parent and child combination, there's going to be arguments and fights and disagreements and all kinds of other fun stuff to come along with the package. And if you're a parent, you know exactly what I mean. If you're not, well, you'll find out sooner or later if you ever have a kid. Oh, and you shouldn't think a kid is, too much because you gotta look at the kids as our future, because they really are. They're what's left of us after it's all said and done. You know, they're what carry on our memories, our hopes, our dreams, our everything. You know, they carry a lot on them, and they don't even realize it. And our jobs as parents is to guide them through, try and help them in any way you can, because it's your responsibility. It's not an obligation. It's not like you owe them or anything like that. It's your responsibility. I mean, if you didn't want them, either if you're a woman, get on birth control, and if you're a dude, put a rubber on it, dude. It ain't that hard. And in today's society, it's getting worse. And I can understand the frustration and trouble this generation has. I don't understand the whole dressing up like a woman thing, but maybe to each their own. As long as you don't invade me, my kids, or my family space, I do you, man. Don't try and change my fucking lifestyle, and I'm perfectly fine with you. Don't, you know, just be a person, a decent person. Whether you're a whatever you call them, or a woman, or a dude, or whatever. For men, it's all about respect. For women, it's well, I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I couldn't tell you. Anyways, anybody got like a special friend or somebody you talk to on a normal basis, or somebody you don't talk to on a normal basis you care about, or maybe a close family member, or it's shit. I got family members that I don't, they're not blood related, but as my brother would say, blood wouldn't make us any closer. Matter of fact, I was just hanging out with him tonight. We smoked a bowl right before I went to the gym. Bowl of weed. Hold on. Let's make sure that's right. We smoked a bowl of weed. Anyways, as I was saying, if you got friends or whatever, you're whoever you care about. Have you checked on them lately? And if you have you really checked on them, or have you just, you know, texted them or called them or whatever just to say what's up? Or you just, call to get something from them, have a little secret motive or whatever. We all need somebody we can talk to, at least somebody we know is not going to share our business. Somebody we all know we can go hang out with. For me, it's my brother. I can go hang out with my brother John, and fuck, we just sit there and bullshit about whatever. Most of the time, it's just literally about whatever. We'll get stoned and start sharing philosophies, and um, sometimes he'll show me something new, or um, tell me something new that happened, or whatever. Sometimes it'll be the same way for me. I'll tell him something new or whatever. You know, I always check on him at least once a week. Once a, I may not always go over there and whatnot. Sometimes it's always nice to know that you have somebody that's just there, whether you're bullshitting with them about random shit or just call them and say, "What's up? How you doing?" You know, that's kind of something we all deserve, just the basic human contact. You know, as humans, we weren't made to be alone. We were made to. We were made as social creatures. And if you want proof of that, just look on the internet everywhere. Like, if everyone could just leave each other alone, then there wouldn't be news, there wouldn't be um, social media websites, there wouldn't be TikTok, YouTube, there wouldn't be any of this. And for all you people that sit here at home thinking that, just because you sit at home all the time, you don't go out to parties and whatnot, I do the same thing. I go to work, I come home, I do some shit here at home. Usually it's working on, my shop or the garage, or sometimes it's working on things in the house. Like I got all this desk set up. Built this desk over here, and the one that this is sitting on. Just things that make life a little bit easier. No, the desk makes life easier because it allows me to organize all my paperwork, all my thoughts. They all go on the board up there, and it allows me to see my thoughts. I guess if that makes sense. Sometimes the thoughts just get too jumbled up in the head. It's another reason why it's good to talk to people. Check on your friends, your family, whatever you care about. Give them a call, check up on them, see how they're doing, see if they want to hang out. I don't know if you guys smoke, but if you do, smoke a bowl with them or whatever. If they drink, go out and have a beer with them. Just make some time for those people, because those people, if they're like, my brother John, those people need to be in your life for a very long time, and they're going to be a part of your life, a part of your family's life, a part of your character. So make sure you choose those friends or family or whoever it is. And yes, I say family because even family can fuck you over. If anything, it seems more and more nowadays, it seems like family is the one who does fuck you over the most. And I don't mean that in the sense in a bad way, just, it's kind of an observation. If you look around the world, it seems like everyone's kind of out for themselves. And, you know, we all put on a fake facade from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep. Whether it's, in one way or another, it's still, if it's not you, then it's not real. So it's a facade. And people will sit here and say, oh, no, I'm real all the time, and I'm 100% this, and I'm 100% that. You might be. And if you are, I hope it's in a good way, because if you're 100% bad and all that crap, I'm sorry, man, because life's not going to be easy for you. It's not to say that you're not strong enough to make it through it, or, whatever it is, but you ain't got to make it that hard. Life can be really easy if you want it to be. That's not to say that every situation is going to go your way, or every problem of yours is going to be answered right away, or if you do this or if you do that. Sometimes things take time. Actually, most things worthwhile take a lot of time. They take forever, really. And think about it. If you're raising children, you don't get to raise them overnight. They take time to grow. They develop. They go from one thing to another. They they like one thing at a certain age, and maybe a year later, maybe 5 years later, they like something else. It's a revolving door. Things are going to change, but it depends on how you do, or how you react, or how you handle whatever it is that's set in front of you. Because and I'm sure all of you have probably heard this from movies, from video games, from whatever, is life is what you make it. If you want a hard life, it's really easy to make your life hard. Just don't act right. Do what you're not supposed to do. Um, Eventually, you'll get the attention you want, if that's the attention that you do want. And if you want to be left alone, unfortunately, that will only happen for a little bit, as much as you can avoid contact with people. But it's not going to stay like that forever. Whether by your choice or by somebody else's, you're bound to run into somebody. You're bound to hear from somebody. You're bound to become social in one way or another, whether you want to believe you will be or not. And the other reason why I know we're made social. There's a dude. There's actually, I think there's a video on it too somewhere. I'll have to look it up and maybe play it in my next video. He's the world's loneliest dude. Not world loneliest, but the most isolated man in the world. He's the like he isolates himself from everything. Um. Anyways, so he did an interview with him, and he asked him, what's the greatest moments of being, so isolated? And he says the quiet, the serenity, the peace. And then they ask him, well, what's the worst part of it? He says the quiet, the peace, the loneliness, the longing for somebody's touch, just a hug, not even necessarily from a woman, just a hug, a hello, something to let him know that he's alive. And that's the thing that people don't realize. So when I was in Max, and I had my time alone, you got to be mentally strong to make it through that kind of stuff, because it will break you. If you could imagine being alone 24 hours a day with nobody but yourself, no letters, no phone calls, no contact. I'm sure a lot of you are probably sitting here thinking, oh, that'd be awesome, blah, 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 and all that other crap. Yeah, it's awesome for a little bit. And then you feel different after a little bit. You start to feel, like I said, different. You don't feel human. You don't feel alive. You don't feel like you exist. And there for a little bit, you'll even start to question your existence. At least I did. I spent like 3 years in Max, though. 3, 4 years. And there for a little bit, I definitely questioned a lot of things, because shit, when you're staring at 4 walls, a toilet, and a bed, day in and day out, kind of makes you think about a lot of things, whether you want to or not. That's probably the worst part is, you know, being alone and having all the thoughts in your head just kind of overwhelm you. What could you have done differently in whatever situation? What could you have done in this? Or what could this have done? Or what could that have done? What if I would have hung out with that person or this person? Just so many different questions. It's probably what drives everyone insane is all the different questions, all the different doubts or maybe regrets. It definitely plays a huge part in somebody's mind. It definitely affects you differently when you're in that kind of situation. Like we can all get in our heads out here, and I'll be all right. It's not that bad, and so on and so forth, and sit here and think that nothing's ever really going to be all that bad. But in reality, it's a whole different ballgame when you're in there. It's if you get in your head out here, you can just get up and walk away from it. Go do something. Go work on something, or do what I'm doing right now. Fucking clean guns and talk to nobody because there's nobody on the screen or nobody watching. I mean, hell, it's 11:30 at night, and I'm been sitting here talking to a screen with nobody on it for 31 minutes and coming up on 32 minutes while I'm cleaning a gun. And believe it or not, you end up talking to yourself in there too. Like it's pretty crazy when you sit here and you think about it. It gets pretty nuts inside your head, anyways. I mean, of course, it gets nuts in there. It's prison. Come on now, but it gets nuts inside your head in there too. And that's probably where it gets the worst, where it gets bad. Even the other guys in there will tell you just stay out of your head, man. Don't think. I mean, other than the normal thinking, the common sense. Don't don't think about the streets. Don't think about being out. Don't think about your girl, your dude. Whatever the situation may be. Just it's not a good idea to think in there. You'll go over your case. Even in county, I've seen dudes lose their shit in county. Fucking sitting here getting inside their own heads, wondering, how can they beat their case, or, what could have I done to where I wouldn't be here. Like I ran into a dude one time in county. This poor kid was like 18, 19 years old, I think he was. This poor kid was in there for domestic violence. Now, before you guys start thinking all kind of crazy thoughts, this poor kid was in there because his girlfriend was beating on him. And what's funny is when he called the cops, or I'm sorry, when she called the cops, she told the cops that and I read it in the police report, she even told the cops that she was the one beating on him. But yet he's the one who got arrested. This is back before they passed that law where, they arrest both parties in a domestic violence case. That is just, man, I couldn't believe it. There's no fucking way. And sure enough, it was true. I read it in the police report, and I felt so bad for this kid. Like, how are you gonna go to jail for not even doing anything? For sitting there letting your girlfriend just wail on you? Like, how does that work? And I mean, there is positives and negatives to this whole new law they have, where they arrest both parties. But like you said, there's positives and there's negatives. I mean, say if one person's the victim in a domestic violence case, it kind of sucks for them. But at the same time, I kind of see the logic behind the new law too, because I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen family fights or friend fights or whatever. You know, sometimes there's nothing to do besides, involve a different party. I'm not saying you should involve the cops, 'cause, well, you can guess my stance on that. But I mean, if that's the only option you have, of course, especially if you're in a position where that's the only option you have. Um, I also don't recommend just taking care of yourself though either, because that can also create a problem too. Unless you can find a way to do it, take care of the problem without it leading to another problem, if that makes sense. There's some of you on here that might take that in the wrong kind of way. I do not mean it in a negative way. I do not mean it in a way where I'm just trying to give good advice more than anything. So if you want to take it that kind of way or a negative way, it's completely on you. 'Cause that's not exactly what I mean. But anyways, to get on to another subject, I guess I would call it a subject because everything's a subject really nowadays. But anyway, so I've been doing studying on this my son, man. Like I found out he's hyper or something, ADHD. So I've been studying and looking it up on the internet along with doing this kind of stuff too. Which is another reason why I'm doing this. So I know it doesn't take anything but a couple clicks to subscribe. So if you can do that, maybe even like, I'd greatly appreciate it. I really would. And so would my kids. Because I started doing this. I have a buddy who does this for a living. Actually, makes good money doing it. I guess I'm having a hard time believing you can make good money doing this, but if you can, I'd really like to. So if you can like and subscribe, I definitely appreciate it. If not, it's all good. You come just to hang out and watch the videos. I'm not really doing anything special. Just trying to make a living like everybody else. Hope your guys' night is going as good as mine is. What the hell? I feel like that's missing something. Anyways, what's up, brother? How you doing? How's that house coming along? My brother just messaged me on here. Fucking awesome. First time I got a message on here. I'm actually kind of proud of it. Just got this shit done. So this is the Smith and Wesson 40. There we go. Let me get my face out of the picture a little bit. Got it all nice and cleaned out. We're gonna clean out the mag holder. Get that kind of cleaned out a little bit. Make it a little lube so we can slide the mag in a little bit easier. And plus, it's just good to clean it anyways. So yeah, it don't take much, just a little bit. Just hit it with a little bit of lube. Kind of hit it with your rack to kind of spread the lube around, dry it up a little bit too. Let's get me back in the screen a little bit. There we go. There's the lube or oil. I like to put it in the moving parts only. And it keeps everything moving just right. Keeps the springs nice and loose, so they're not rusting or going all bad. You don't want to overleave it though, because then your shit starts just leaking out the trigger and all over the side, and it's just a mess. You put a few drops in there with springs or any moving parts. I like using a Q-tip to do this too, because a Q-tip is able to reach places a rag won't. So you can kind of spread your lube around in there a little bit easier. Makes it a little bit easier. Some people probably have some other opinions or whatever. Fucking flies just keep landing all over my camera. That's what happens when you live up here in the mountains and you leave your door open all day. Just about got this thing nice and clean. We're gonna go ahead and put it back together now. Maybe go ahead and move this spring up a little bit though. There it is. This one. And I usually just run one little line across the whole thing. You know, twist it around and make sure it gets in there. Let it get all around. That's a nice little sound, that little clink. Love that sound. I don't know about you guys, but I love it. There you go. A little rough getting that one in there. Fucking somebody's probably in the freaking there in the lobby laughing their ass off right now. Fucking fly keeps landing on this dude's screen. Come check this out. Motherfucker must be broke as shit. He looks broke. Wearing a dirty ass shirt and everything. I am broke too. Just so we're clear. I do manual labor for a living, so yeah, I'm broke as shit. I'm gonna make sure that's all lined up. Beautiful. All right. Now, that's the part I like. Comes out real easy. So, this fucking fly, man, he's like purposely going for this fucking camera. It just slides right out all easy as shit. So, it's an empty clip, by the way. Or magazine. Some people get all pissed off because calling it a clip. But it's a magazine, clip, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. It's a damn gun and it shoots. But it is cleaned now. And have our little stoner philosophy talk for the next 5-10 minutes. While I'm getting all this crap put away. That's the other reason why I hate gloves. My fucking hands are sweaty. So I don't really like them. It's a very gross feeling. That when you're in my line of work, you go pick something up and it's small. You go pick something up like that. I can pick it. Man, on the concrete or whatever, it is hard. Especially when I've been working for a little while, my hands get all stiff and swollen. Makes it kind of rough. But yeah, it's I don't know what kind of work you guys do, but I build houses. Well, I do all kinds of stuff as far as construction and labor and all that goes. Matter of fact, I just finished putting in some TNG or tongue and groove, as some people know it. It's quite a thing. I'm gonna have to get all my pictures from some of my jobs downloaded, or you can just look up the company and whatnot. I don't have the card with me right now, but I'll have to get one and show you guys. Sorry about that. My voice is kind of cracking. A little tired. Apologize about this. You guys probably getting tired of seeing the top of my head. we got that 40 clean tomorrow night. I'm gonna probably do one of the rifles. Get that all cleaned up and looking nice. Probably hit my brother up a little bit later, see if maybe he wants to smoke a bowl before the night's end or something. I don't know. Having a hard time catching some disease for most people. But, there we go. Get that fixed up. Right. Well, hell yeah. Appreciate that, brother. I'll give you a call when this is all said and done. Oh. Anyways, you guys got any philosophies you want to share or thoughts, questions? Sorry, I'm a little tired. I laid some more block today and got this house set up for painting. Yesterday I took my kids. Goddamn fucking flies. Took my kids out to the job. That was fun. Put in some what do they call them? Fans. Big old fucking huge fans. Wired them things up, and my son, I'm telling you what, that kid's just, he is something else, especially on a job site. He's always wanting to help. So it's funny, he tried to climb up the ladder. I had to yell at him a couple times to get down because, I'm 15 feet in the air. And again, I'll have to figure out a way to share them pictures. But he was being my little helper. It was quite fun. My daughter, she's a little firecracker. She's running up and down the stairs and being a little dork. Swear to God, she was even flirting with my customer. That kind of irritated me a little bit, but I'm dad. What do you expect? I'm grabbing a definite. Oh, it's been one hell of a day. I don't know about you guys, but it's definitely getting rougher to make money nowadays. If it was easy, I wouldn't be doing this. And believe it or not, I get paid good in my job. I get paid real good. I bust my ass for it, though, too. And it's just, I don't know. It seems to get rougher and rougher. Hours keep getting shorter and shorter, especially during the winter up in the mountains. I don't know how many of you guys are in the mountains, but I know a couple of you are. And you know what I mean. When winter hits up here, or this time of year hits, it gets harder and harder to make some money up here. So the only reason why I really got into this is, make money during the off season, I guess is what you would call it. Not to say my hours have gone down so far. Right now, my hours are great. Matter of fact, we just had to let 2 people go because they were just lazy fucks. They were supposed to get a job done twice now. And one was out in Vernon. It was that T&G job. They were supposed to get that done. They said it was done, and then come to find out there was still trim that needed to be put up, and the lights and the fans and whatnot. So I had to go out there. When I was supposed to have that day, the rest of that day off, I had to go out there and put that up. And then this other job we're at right now in Torion, they were supposed to do the blocking that I'm now doing. They were supposed to have that done a week or 2 ago. I had to go out there yesterday and today, and I'll tell you what, man, mixing concrete or mortar, laying block, it takes a lot out of you, man. And, oh boy, I know it's getting pretty late now. Yeah, probably spend another 5 minutes with you guys and then crash out because, well, except for John, I'm gonna give you a call right after we get off. Um, yeah, because I gotta get up at like 5:30 in the morning. So I'm looking at about 5.5 hours of sleep, maybe. Hmm. We'll see about that. Hmm. I did learn something new today too. Um, so I don't know how many electricians we got out there. Man, if I know you and you're an electrician, you're a bitch. Like, really? You complain about a job that is easy as fuck. The only hard part about your job is going underneath the house, or yeah, going underneath the house when you have to run wire. Because running the wire inside the house is easy as shit. Fucking just running around drilling holes in studs, running your home run wire, and then you run your light fixture lights or your light fixture wire. Believe it or not, most of these cables are just one fucking cable. Your home run wires just one one single cable. It's a flat wire. It's three wires in one. You got your ground, your negative, and your positive, obviously. Your copper, black, and white. It's fucking easy. And then the only part that was really kind of complicated for me today was hooking up the box. That was kind of rough. I will say that. I had a shocking experience with it. But, well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make the extra 5 minutes. I'm I'm pretty beat. So I will try and set this for an earlier time tomorrow. It kind of depends on how things go with the kids and the schedule. You know how it goes. Things kind of pop up. So hopefully nothing pops up tomorrow. But hope you all have a good night. And if you liked and subscribed, I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Again, it all goes towards my kids. So that's why I'm doing this. So you're not looking for this guy. You don't want to see this ugly mug. I get it. But you are helping two very beautiful and happy young kids. So have a good night. Sweet dreams, everybody.